All right, now, hold up. Wait a minute. How you doing, my gins? You guys are doing good. This is Lucifer here, spiritual and business consultant. Um, I appreciate that a lot of people have seen that I have a lot of charisma. I like the fact that you see my charisma and all of that God and all of that nonsense, all of that God sense. Um, so yeah, man. The problem is with people like spiritual whistleblower is that you're walking around and some women are gonna pick up on cues because they're creating cues, right? So these women are gonna pick up cues, and then you're gonna miss your chance at being with the guy that you want to be with, at being with a guy that wants to be with you. You're gonna pick up. It's creating social cues, right? And if you believe in what these people say, you're gonna end up going out with the wrong guy. And another thing is, like I said in my other videos, in my revelations, some people are gonna act like they're good guys. They're gonna act like they're good guys just to mess you up. They don't care about you. They don't care. They don't even care about sleeping with you. They just want you. They just want you to have a bad time. So like that, the next time you meet a guy that treat you right, you're gonna get scared and you're gonna run away. That's the only reason why these people do this shit. These people are sick, disgusting individuals, demented. And how do they get the power to do that, right? How come they know that you're gonna be at the club at this particular time? How do they know? Oh, they checking out your cell phone and blah 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 blah. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. Ain't nobody fucking hacking me, bro. I saw the movie Hackers when I was 12 years old. My stepbrother gave me a videotape, and that was the most badass movie I have ever seen in my damn life. To me, here's the list of movies that affected my brain as a child. Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves. Johnny Mnemonic, Hackers with Angelina Jolie, and that's pretty much it. Right. That's pretty much it. Johnny Mnemonic and Hackers. Those movies I can watch it. Oh, and Virtuosity. Virtuosity, a movie that nobody likes. I love it. I love Virtuosity. It's right on the nose. It's right on the nose with Denzel Washington. Virtuosity, Johnny Mnemonic, and Hackers. Those movies blew my damn mind. Not only did it blew my damn mind because of all the colors, there's an obvious color pattern there, so it's very pixelated. It's very pixie. It's very like bright, even though it's in a dark tone setting, but there's a lot of brightness that shines out of the darkness, right? There's it's a lot about psychology. There's a little bit of, Johnny Mnemonic is a little bit of a Matrix precursor, it's crazy. Not Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Total Recall, the first version. Those movies were sick to me, man. Blew my damn mind. Those movies was like that's my top. Those are my top. That's part of my top tens. Of course, right now my number one is Matrix, but I saw that shit like years later, so I can't really say that it's part of my childhood, but it's still like Matrix to me is like number one. Like the Matrix trilogy, all three movies together, that's my number one right there, right? I put all three movies as one movie because some of them, had something here and there, and anyway. So those were my movies, and the reason why those are my movies because those movies actually um, say the truth about the state of the world. These movies tell the truth about the state of the world. Now, mind you, like I've said before, I don't know why these people make these movies. And I don't even think some of these people are that sick, right? As actors, I don't think they're that sick. But they do the real life people, the people that walk around, the people that aren't rich, that aren't billionaires, the crummy ones. Those people, those are the people, the special ones, right? The possessed ones, the entities, right? The shadow people, right? Those shadow people are the ones doing this to you. It's not necessarily the actors. And yes, there's some actors that are very shady. there's a lot of actors that are, most actors are shady, but there's shadier actors, right? So not shitty, shady. So how do they know who to hit? How do they know? Why do they know who to hit? They have access to information. They always had access to information, right? And they have so much access to information that it becomes supernatural. It goes at the level of supernaturalism, right? Because they know girls are gonna girls are gonna listen to videos like this. They're gonna open their minds, then they're gonna give a chance to a guy that treats them right, and all of a sudden, by coincidence, this guy is treating them right. This guy's, oh, I'm a good guy. I got principles, yada yada yada. He look good, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. The reason why you have bad relationships is not because of you. It's not because of me. It's because the Matrix is trying to keep you locked in a box. The only problem is a lot of people look at my channel. 76% of the people that watch my channel are women. 76%. So there's only 30% of males that watch this channel. And you wondering why these people are capable of doing what they do? So that means if somebody like me, if there's other people like me that have a channel, there are more women listening to them than there are dudes. So that means the dudes don't care. Even though they might be good people, the good people might be the 30% that's listening. But what about the rest of the, what about the rest of the guys that are here, man? 30% is not a lot. 30% is not a lot. So your quest or your mission in life to find the perfect man is bar none impossible. Bar none impossible. It's a impossible mission. You put yourself in an impossible mission to find the right man. You put yourself in an impossible mission to find the right man. And that's why some women just end up settling. Because they find a guy that's not that crazy, that's not extreme Illuminati, and settling is fine. You want to know why this guy is with you? Because you are not trying to find or make him better. Because as soon as you start doing that, the relationship is over. So this entity, this shadow man that's there in front of you is like okay with you giving up on life. Because he's watching you just giving up on life right now. You're not trying to make your position better. You're not trying to make him better. You're not trying to make humanity better. So you just gave up. So, he's all right with staying with somebody that's giving up. That's how the world works. Jacob's Ladder. In Jacob's Ladder, the movie, the guy, he's all right. Because he's just, working at the post office. People like him. He's not trying to be a billionaire. He's not trying to save humanity. He's not trying to save anyone. He's not trying to change his girlfriend. He's not trying to give his girlfriend knowledge so she can become a super fucking hero or some shit. He's not trying to do none of that shit. So even though he was in hell and he didn't know that he was in hell, everybody was okay with him being in hell. There was no problem until he started to gain knowledge about what his life is, how his life is going on right now, until he started to open his eyes, until his third eye started to open. And now everybody had a problem with him. And now hell was appearing. He went out the club and everybody was demons in the club and all kinds of shit. So the same thing will happen with anyone that opened their third mind. The same thing is going to happen with people that open the third mind, because there's not enough people that are awake. This is why we have like bullshit leaders like D-Lo the Pilot Man. That's why we have bullshit leaders like Spiritual Whistleblower. That's why we have bullshit leaders like the dudes on Fresh and Fit. You know, bullshit leaders like most of these YouTubers. They're bullshit leaders. They are false prophets. Because the thing is, there's a lot of spiritual, there's some ringing in my ear right now. So tinnitus. So most of these people, they're like, you open your eyes. That's another mistake that you need to be careful of. When you open your eyes, when you become Neo can do anything. Neo is a billionaire. In the movie, he flies and shit, then he has superhuman strength. But superhuman strength doesn't exist. It's not something that you can just have. There's no such thing as real superhuman strength. That does not exist. There are people that are very strong, yes, but superhuman, like stronger than 10 or 100 guys, that does not exist yet. Of course, it might exist later. Who knows? Thanks to science or some kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe a meteorite is going to hit the earth with, and it's going to have special properties and everybody's going to have superpowers. Who knows? That's only for the future to know. But as of today, superpowers are not legit, literal superpowers. So when we're talking about superhuman strength, that means you're a strong individual. That means you're headstrong, and you're headstrong, and you have a lot of will and potential. Superhuman strength. You can fly. That means you're free. Flying means freedom, right? So Neo's didn't only free his mind, but he's a free man. He can fly. That means he has total control over his power. That means he has total control over his power. That's why he can fly. That's why he can do things. That's why if he's in trouble, he can just fly away. Because he's that knowledgeable. He's that clear-minded. He's not scared. He doesn't live in fear. He can fly. He can do whatever he wants. And most people that can't fly will not be able to catch him because he flew away. Right? So when you become Neo, and this is why self-improvement is important, because, and it's not bullshit. Self-improvement is not bullshit. So this is reason why you when you become Neo, it's important for you to see yourself as somebody that deserves things, not as somebody that should go live in the woods and yada 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 blah blah blah, which is fine. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with detaching yourself from the grid. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing. But still, you shouldn't go out of the grid. You shouldn't ungrid yourself just because you feel like everything, these things are disgusting and da 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 da. That's not true. These things are not disgusting. These are things that you deserve. These things were built for you. They weren't built for people that didn't deserve it. Even though people that don't deserve it still have them, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have them too. And a lot of people don't make that difference. A lot of people feel like, oh, well, that's being materialistic. No, it's not. Why is that materialistic? It's not materialistic, bro. I didn't tell you to go buy 10 freaking Ferraris. But if you have that dream Ferrari that you always wanted to have, you can buy it. There's nothing wrong with it. Why would you keep yourself from doing that? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not being materialistic. You're in your total rights. You look good. You make you deserve, with all the things that you've been through, you deserve to buy yourself a Ferrari. If you got the money for it and it's there and it exists, why not buy yourself a nice house? If you went through a whole bunch of shit and you deserve it, you know you went through a whole bunch of struggles, then buy, and you have the money for it, buy it. That's not being materialistic. It's knowing who you are. It's knowing what you deserve. So don't settle for less. Don't ever settle for less. You know, it's the same thing with your wife. If you know you deserve, you did everything for women, you know you fought for them, you fought for their rights and all kinds of shit, and you want to have a good looking 10 A plus girl, go get yourself an A plus girl. You deserve it. You're not being superficial. It's not superficial. It's just what you deserve, period. Period. It's the same thing for women. If you know you treated men right and all that stuff, don't settle for less. Go get yourself an A plus 10 dude. A triple A dude. Go get yourself a triple A game. Go get yourself a platinum game. Stop settling for bargain bin games. You don't need to buy from bargain bin games. Oh, well, I don't want to be superficial. I don't want to be materialistic. That's not the point. You need to look at yourself. Stop concentrating on other people. Stop concentrating on what other people say. We live in the matrix. Nothing makes sense. Just because somebody's rolling around in a Ferrari, you're going to automatically think that this person is materialistic. No. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Of course, there's going to be a good amount of them that you're going to meet. You're going to be, man, you're just materialistic. But then, if you keep that notion in your mind, right? Because you got to question people. You got to test them. So you test them. You'd be like, man, you're just materialistic. That's why you have that and blah, 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 blah. And the guy ends up telling you, oh, well, I bought this at an auction. It cost me a lot less than you think. I just wanted it because I always liked this kind of, I used to watch Miami Vice when I was a kid, and I always wanted a Ferrari. It's not even the Ferrari I wanted to buy. Actually, I do have the money to buy a Countach, but it's kind of crappy, and you can't really drive it, right? So I'm gonna go get so I got this one. I went at the auction one day. I had some money, and I was hoping to get a Countach, but actually it was a F50 that was there instead. So I bought it. I won the auction. It cost me a lot less. Apparently nobody wanted it. It was just pure luck. And you're like, oh, okay, so you're not that materialistic. Well, I do like toys, but, whatever, And then bada bing, bada boom. And there's some other dudes that be like, I bought this cash. There's some dudes going to be like, I bought this cash, man. This car right here, blah, 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 blah. Bought this cash. But you gotta ask. You can't just look at somebody and judge them right away. The other day I saw a dude. He had a nice Audi, man. He had a nice Audi, an A8 with rims in it, and with a gold chrome wheels, right? I was like, shit, that's a nice Audi right there, man. I was like, dang. I was like, dang, it was a black dude that was driving it too. So I was walking. I could have judged him. I could have hated him just because he had an Audi. I could have been like, man, You know, this guy has ate like that, man. You know, it was chromed out. It was chromed out. So I'm walking past him without any judgment. I just asked him, you know, like that's. I just said, man, that's a nice audio. You got it fresh. You got it fresh. And he's like, you know, he could have told me yes. He could have told me no, you know. But he said, oh no, I got it. I actually got it secondhand. And I'm like, you know, and I'm like, you know, so I'm like, you did all this to the car? And he's like, yeah, I just had to put some love in it. That's what he said. He said, I just had to put some love in it. That was his legit word. He said love. I had to put love in it. That's all he said that like it was complicated for somebody else, and he was like, me, all I had to do was put some love in it. Like I thought that it would be harder than that, but all I needed was to love the thing. You see how that works? You know? So you can't judge people just by looking at them. You got to actually talk to people. And a lot of people don't talk to people anymore. A lot of people don't talk to people anymore. And you have to know how to talk too. It's not just running up on fools for no reason and just start blabbering and shit. You got to, you got to learn how to communicate. That's the thing. So anyway, this video is too damn long. I'll see you guys on the next one. Subscribe, leave a like, and peace out.